Well, hello, everyone. You all get the pleasure to hear me today. I'm just joking. I get the pleasure to speak to you all. I love doing this. It is amazing it's just something that fills my tank. And so I can't wait for you to hear what I have to share tonight. What I want to share is about authenticity. I think it is the one thing that sets some apart and sets others behind. And here's why I say that. I believe everyone on this call is 100% authentic with the products. You believe in the products. You believe in what they can do for people. And so people buy the products with you. But when it comes to building the business, you are not as authentic because you don't necessarily believe that you can get them to their goals. Guys, authenticity is an incredible thing that if you really harness the power of it, you are going to be able to just soar, not just in this business, but in every aspect. But before I really get into that, I want to explain one of the laws of physics, which is constructive interference. Y'all bear with me because this is really like crazy when you learn what this is. But what constructive interference is if two frequencies of equal wavelengths meet, the size of that frequency doubles. This is one of the things that proves the law of attraction. And the reason why this is so important is you ever get on this call here tonight and you leave this call super pumped up, super like, I can take over the world. Or you talk to Rodney and Alita, because that's who it is for me, right? I talk to Rodney and Alita and I'm like, I can take over the world. We're going to be making millions. Let's go. Why is that? Because you have two people, you have two groups that are on the same wavelength of what they want for their families. And so our frequency doubles. Guys, I don't want you to miss that. Who are you surrounding yourself with? Who are you reaching out to? Who are you talking to dream with each other? So now that we know that frequency is such an impactful thing and can really change the course of your emotions, I want you now to let's go back to the state of authenticity. There's two things that authenticity needs. It needs what you're saying is truthful, and it also needs what you are saying you believe in. If you do those two things, you are going to have a frequency of authenticity. Guys, my entire life, I've been told, Phil, I feel like I can talk to you about anything. I am drawn to you. I can just open up to you. I trust you. And the reason why that is because I'm authentic. You're going to get who I am, and I believe in who I am. So that's where, for you, you need to understand you guys have no problem selling the products. You guys have no problem selling what these products can do for someone's health because you believe in these products and you believe in what you're saying about these products. Now go and say, you know what? You can make multi six figures in this business. Do you really believe they can? Because you're not. Does that make sense? Where are you going in this business? Guys, you got to remember when we were gold, we were so confident that we were going to be emerald. You couldn't shake our confidence. So when people heard about our vision, when people heard about our story, they knew that they wanted that. I want to be with them. So how authentic are you being when you talk about the business? This is not a conversation, again, about the products. I believe everyone on here could sell the products with ease because you have both of those laws of authenticity. But do you truly believe that A, you can be successful? Do you, I want you to put in the comments, if you truly believe, put a 1 in there if you deserve success, you and your family. And I want you to now put a 2 if you believe that you can achieve success. Like, do you truly believe that you're going to achieve it? Because you guys have to understand, when someone talks to us, think about the passion. Megan last week talked about passion, talked about energy. Look at the energy that we bring to a call. This isn't fake. If you talk to me, in person, this is just how I talk. My hands are going crazy and I'm loud. I'm just always loud. Guys, that's my passion coming out. But you actually feel the authenticity when I talk with you, when I care about you, when I ask you how you're doing, I truly mean, how are you doing? When you open up to me, when you talk to me, I'm actually listening for what you're saying. I'm not looking to respond. I'm listening to participate. And there's a big difference with that. There's so many times that I'll have conversations with Megan and I'll say one thing, and then I will say, I'll keep talking for another 2 minutes. And then she'll respond to that one thing I said, not listening to the rest of the 2 minutes. Because all she was looking for is a way to respond to that one thing. Does that make sense to you? So many times when someone is talking to us about the products or about the business, we hear the one thing and we're like, I can't wait to respond about this. And we miss everything else they were saying. Guys, you have to relate with the people. You have to be authentic, but you also have to believe. If you want to influence the world around you, everything from your children to the people you interact with, to a customer, or to your team, you have to motivate them. And if you master this frequency, if you can emulate the authenticity, you can change their emotional state. Guys, they did a recent study, and I want you to put in the chat what you think the percentage of decisions are emotional. What percentage of a decision people make is an emotional decision? I love it. 100% of decisions are made through emotion. People are not going to make a decision unless they're emotionally invested into it. So the percentage of decisions are 100% emotional. So if you're not seeking to emotionally relate with the people you're talking to, you're not going to get them to do what you want them to do. So you need to first master your own emotions. And second, you need to impact the emotional state of the person you're speaking to. Guys, if you ever talk to me one-on-one or even in coaching, what you'll find is I love the talk in stories. And the reason why I love the talk in stories is because it invokes an emotion. You can see yourselves in the story. If I talk to you about how we were on Medicaid and food stamps, living paycheck to paycheck, how many of you at one time or another lived paycheck to paycheck, if you're not still already? So you can feel that in the story. How many of you are tired of being sick and tired? You can feel that when I talk about that in my story. So I'm getting you to embrace my story and feel your own emotion. So I want to read that again, though. If you want to influence the world around you, everything from your children to the people you interact with, to a customer, a team you are trying to motivate, if you can master this frequency, if you can emulate authenticity, you can change their emotional state. So how are you doing when you're talking to people about the business? Do they believe that you believe in this business? Are you all in? And I don't mean all in as in, do you, oh yeah, it'll happen eventually. Are you all in that your goals are going to be done this year? I know probably everyone on this call, outside of a few, want to be Emerald by the end of this year. Do you believe it? Do you believe where you're going?
Yeah.
Stephanie, are you responding to me or somebody else? Because I love it if you were responding to me. Well, I don't know if she knows she's unmuted. But that's great, y'all. I love it because it was the perfect yes I've ever heard. So what I want you to truly understand and believe is where you're going. We never doubted we were hitting Emerald. You want to know a funny joke? When we signed up and we were silver, do you know the joke that I said to my wife? We are going double D or bust. And what are we going to do with my leg? We're going to go diamond. I said that when she was silver. When we were on Medicaid and food stamps, I bought the URL Medicaid to Millions. Because I knew that one day we were going to have millions and we were going to write the book on it to teach others and to show others that it's possible. I have conviction about our life. I have conviction of what this business has done for our family and what it can do for yours. And I believe everyone on this call feels that conviction. Everyone on that call believes that I believe that for not just me, but for you guys. When you talk to people about this business, do they believe that you believe that? And if they don't, how are you going to become more authentic? Guys, there's simple ways to impact the emotional state of your customers and the people around you. You can actively listen. You can also listen to or observe nonverbal cues. I remember, guys, I was talking to a girl and I was like, listen, you're going to do a shout out post for me, and this is what it's going to happen. She literally on the call went like this. What nonverbal cue did she just give me? Fear, panic, all of the above. And so I was able to speak into that fear and I was able to get the shout out. You guys have to understand you are in a craft. And if you are not developing your craft to read people, to understand your craft, to figure out your emotions and why you do what you do, you all want to make north of 6 figures. You're going to have to master your craft. Guys, Harvard Business Review did a study, and they found when companies connect with customers' emotions, the payoff can be huge. The reason why Megan and I are so good at this business is not because we're better recruiters than you. It's not because we work harder than you, because there's actually people on this call that work a heck of a lot harder than us. But it's because we tap into their emotions and we help them understand what their dreams are and that they're possible. You can't just look for a sale in someone's eyes. You have to look for the person and say, how can I leave this person better? Every conversation I'm in, y'all, and listen, conversations drain me because I try to give them everything I have. This call drains me. Why? For an hour and a half before this call, I'm writing up my notes. Because I believe if you're going to get what I have, you deserve the best. You don't just deserve what I put together, 5 minutes before a call. You deserve my attention and my all. So I don't just look at this as I'm going to get on here and just speak. I look at this and say, I'm going to pour in who I am to you. And I see some of the chats saying you feel that, and I love that. That's authenticity. You feel my authenticity. The people that you want to do the business, are they feeling your authenticity? Do you believe you are going to be Emerald at the end of this year? Do you believe that that person is going to be a builder under you? I was telling someone today, I said, I believe I have multiple businesses. I have like 9 businesses that I'm managing right now. It's crazy. My life is insane. I asked for rain and it started a monsoon, and so I'm here for it. But I said, with all my businesses, I've prayed for God to bless those businesses. So I truly believe if I meet someone, they either need business A, business B, or business C. It's my job to figure out which one it is. Because I've prayed for God to put me in the path of people who need finances. So when I meet someone, they must need plexus. They're either guts a mess or they need finances, or both. I can't help but to talk about plexus. My question for you, are you all in on this? Or do you want the results of being all in by being part-time? I want you to ask yourself that. Because everyone on this call came on this call because they want to know what it takes to be diamond. They want to know what it takes to be emerald. Guys, if this is the only motivation you're getting, you're probably not going to be emerald. If you're not evaluating your actions on a daily basis, you're probably not going to be emerald. I want to challenge you guys to be authentic. I want to challenge you guys to believe in where you're going, to understand that it is possible. When I bought the URL Medicaid the Millions, I had no clue how we were going to make millions. But I knew God was going to make a way. And so when that person when Plexus came across our door, I said, heck yes, let's do it. And when people walk past us, I'm so crazy, guys. I'm crazy. I was upset with myself yesterday. You want to know why? I went to a place, to a store, and I saw some people that I was just drawn to. I don't know why I was drawn to them, but I saw them. Then I went to Publix. And as I was leaving, those same 2 people walked in the same store. And I even questioned, should I speak to them? And I didn't. And I was frustrated with myself. Not because I missed an opportunity to have someone join Plexus. I missed an opportunity to bless someone. Because I have a real opportunity for someone to change their life if they're ready to grab hold of it. Does it bother you when you walk past someone and you don't tell them about this opportunity? Are you bought in? Are you 100% authentic about this opportunity? Because you cannot have the full-time income on a part-time mindset. And so I want to challenge you to be authentic. I want to challenge you to say truthful things about what we do, but also believe in what you're saying. Here's what I mean by that. You all believe, and it's truthful to talk about the opportunity. But do you believe in this opportunity for you? That's the difference. You know someone could make money. I've seen Alita. I've seen Phil and Megan. I've seen Cheryl. I've seen this person. I've seen that person. I know that it's possible. And so you can do it. You're truthful. But do you believe it? And if you do believe it, I want you to operate in that belief. I want you to look at every single person and say, God, why did they cross my path? Who do they need? What do they need? There's two things I pray every day. I pray for a Daniel anointing, that everything that I have knowledge and wisdom beyond my understanding, and that I have a Joseph anointing, that everything I touch is blessed, not because of me, but because of him. So all I want to do when I see people is I want to bless them. What do they need from me? Guys, life is busy. Life is crazy. But if you don't take time to figure out what you're doing and why you're doing it, you're going to be a year from now in the same place you're at. Are you authentic? Do you believe in what you're doing and where you're going? I know it's 3 minutes until the end, but that's all I got. I can't stretch it out anymore. Alita, do you have anything you want to share on top of what I'm saying? If not,
I mean, you brought it. You brought the house so good. And I think that, one thing that, and really it's just my heart in it, is that authenticity of showing up and showing the business and sharing it with people. It doesn't have to look like how someone else does it. And I know I'm like in the pitch black here, just putting babies to bed, but it doesn't have to look like how Phil would share it, or Megan, or Cheryl, or anybody else. You just have to show up as you. And I think that
Yeah.
sometimes we picture in our heads, you got to look a certain way, you got to be a certain way. Can I tell you, there's nothing sexier than confidence? There's nothing more attractive than somebody who's like, 100%, I want the best for you. Take the money out of it, take the other stuff out of it. I want to help you. I want to see you succeed. And that's really, when you can show up in that way, I think that just this is such a beautiful topic, is just being authentically you, and trusting that process, that
Yeah.
it'll work.
Yeah. I love it.
So good. Thank you for sharing, Phil. Appreciate it.
Hey,
Shower
no
him with
problem.
some love in the Joy Spark.
Have a great one,
Yeah.
y'all. Thank you so much,
Laura.
and be authentic. Bye.